Bore da! Welcome to Abergwynant Farm. This is being filmed on our new DJI Osmo 4 action cam. It's the first in a series of videos we're going to be making about the farm, showing some behind the scenes. So for today, we're going to have a look at some accommodation the night or the day after people have gone out. Alright, so let's take a look at the Highland cow bin. Let's turn some lights on so we can see what we're looking at. Well, the kitchen's not looking too bad. I have seen worse. Looks like all the washing up has been done. Or is it in the dishwasher? Yes, it's in the dishwasher. This was the first place on the farm to get a dishwasher, and it's made a big difference. Time to look at the beds. Well, this is a king size bed which has been slept in, and as you can see, it's Highland cow themed along with the whole place. Over here we have a custom built bunk bed. This has full size single beds or single mattresses. Of course, both of these will get changed. We never leave any bedding on. Everything gets fully laundered. Quite cosy under here. I actually prefer the top bunk. First impressions, it's not too bad in here. Until that is, you look at the mat. Luckily, we have a Henry hidden under here who does all our work for us. Time to look at the bathroom. Sometimes a horror show. You have been warned. For those of a nervous disposition, look away now. Ah, not too bad. There we go. Of course, the other horror shows can be the microwave and the oven. Let's have a look. Nope, the microwave's looking clean. Hob, not too bad. Dare I look in the oven? Very nice. Looks like they haven't used it. That saves me a job. One last thing to check. The fridge. Oh, they've left us no goodies today. Sometimes we get left booze or food. Nothing today. Oh well. Let's go and have a look at some of the others. I'll have to come back and clean this later. Okay, so let's take a look at our next property. This is the Granary. So welcome to the Granary. This is one of our quirky little properties that sleeps 5 people. The dining table looks okay. Let's have a look at the bathroom. So a quick look round the bathroom. Bath's looking okay. Sink, yeah, not too bad. Bin, well, definitely needs emptying. Might need a hand later. Shall we look at the toilet? Dun, dun, dun! No, it's not too bad. Sometimes there are more skid marks in there than you'd find on a Formula 1 racing track. Anyway, let's have a look at the kitchen. Here goes. Let's turn some lights on. Wow. Another reasonably clean kitchen. Hob's not too bad. Washing up's been done. We don't have a dishwasher in this one. Toaster. Yeah, a few crumbs maybe. Certainly some crumbs there. Microwave. Oh! Yep. That's going to need some work. What next? Fridge or oven? Let's have a look at the oven. Oh! Yep. they've definitely used that. That's going to need a deep clean. And what about the fridge? Oh, not too bad. Again, no booze. What's going on? Check the freezer. Nothing. If it was a summer, we sometimes find lollipops. He hasn't got a name yet. If you can suggest one, we'll take it on board. Anyway, meet Roland. He lives here. He's usually sat in the middle of the sofa with the remote control in his paw. And no, Greggs aren't sponsoring this video. Let's take a look at the small bedroom. That's a hedgehog, complete with his little door, so he can get into his bedroom there. There we go. Oh, that's new. Somebody's actually stripped the beds for us. Saves us a couple of minutes on the changeover. You have to mind your head in this one. Bumped it several times until we put this hazard warning thingy on here. You'll have to give me a second. I don't think I can fit through this door. So, all in all, it's not looking too bad. Just have a look at the bedroom, or the master bedroom. Again, they've stripped the beds for us. I say, saves us a couple of minutes. There's the view out of the window. Lovely Welsh weather today. Okay, it's time to leave Granary. Have to come back to this one later. Shouldn't be too bad to clean. On to Milhouse. So we've just been in Granary, and now below is Milhouse. So called because there used to be a mill wheel in here. Let's take a look. First impressions, not too bad at all. Few bits on the floor, to be expected. Rather strange why they would do washing up and not use... Oh, they have used the dishwasher, or rather they haven't. The dishwasher is full but hasn't been put on, so before this gets cleaned I shall be putting the dishwasher on. Again, a great labour saving device which we're hoping to roll out across all the places. So, table, nice and tidy. Microwave, quite good. Fridge, no booze. And they haven't even drunk the milk that we leave for people. How's the hob looking? Bit streaky, but not too bad. Now for the oven. Ugh. Okay, this is going to need a clean. What about the oven? Yeah, nice bit of grease on there. And this is going to need a nice deep clean. Okay, let's go through to the bedrooms. This is Milhouse, sleeps 6 people. Got 2 single beds in here and 1 double. Not too bad. You can tell the beds have been slept in. Again, all this will be washed, laundered, and then put back on as new. Got a nice garden out here as well, complete with a seating area and a barbecue. Not great for days like this, but in the summer people appreciate it. Let's have a look at the first bathroom. And it's not looking too bad. In fact, that bath is looking very clean. And the sink, yep, not too bad. Mirror, okay. And you ready for it? Da da da! Another clean toilet! I don't know what's going on today. Towels left on the floor, that's fine. Those will all get cleaned. Let's have a look at the master bedroom. This has a king size bed. Yeah, first impression's not too bad. Somebody's lost a hairband somewhere. Let's see what's happening outside. Again, another view of the garden area. And now let's have a look at the bathroom. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Well, that shower looks pretty clean to me. Of course it will get cleaned. We wipe everything down and sanitise. Another clean sink. And dare we have a look? I won't do the da-da-da this time. There we go. Nice clean toilet. So, all in all, Milhouse. Perhaps I should give these ratings. 7 out of 10, but 3 out of 10 for the oven. If you ask how long it takes to clean these places, well, longer than you think. And I've got the job of doing it. So, let's go and have a look at another one. So, welcome to Wagon House. So called because back in the day, they used to store the hay wagons, also known as hay wains, in here. And it's made up of 3 rooms. Originally they were individual rooms with just a bed, and that was it. And then this got converted sometime in the 1980s into what you'll see inside here. So welcome to the inside of Wagon House. This sleeps 5 people. I have actually already started on the beds in here, just in case you're wondering why there's no bedding on there. First impressions? Well, let's have a look. Hob. Ooh, very greasy. I can write my name in that. Ugh. I wonder if the oven is bad. Certainly needs a clean. How about the fridge? Again, no booze, just milk. No dishwasher in here, so unfortunately we have the washing up to do. Even when people do the washing up, we always redo it. You can never trust how people leave it. There's always bits left on, so this will get properly washed again. Microwave, bit of grease on that, and yeah, that's definitely been used. Toaster, nope. Table. We actually need a new tablecloth for in here. We did have one, but it got some curry stains on it and absolutely wrecked it. Let's have a look at the other bedroom. Again, I've stripped the beds in here. Yeah, quite tidy. The unfortunate thing in here is we do need to replace the carpet because somebody decided to use the iron on our carpet and left that for us. Let's have a look at the bathroom. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Bath. Yeah, not too bad. Taps are nice and shiny. Floor's okay. Mirror's clean. Sink's alright. And yet again, no skid marks. So what do we give Wagon House? 6 out of 10. On to the next one. So next to Milhouse, we have the Dragon's Den. I have already stripped the beds in here as well, but everything else is as you see. Let's turn some lights on. This is our smallest unit. One double bed, just an ensuite studio. Well, that looks nice and clean. Worktop looks okay. Definitely used the hob. There are some streak marks. Again, I can probably write my name in that. The microwave. Yeah, looks like that needs a bit of a clean as well. Let's try the oven. Looking pretty good. And it's not a big place. We do have dragons everywhere. That's why it's called the Dragon's Den. Time for the bathroom. I'll show you that in a minute. Ah, they put the towels in the shower, as most hotels ask you to do when you want new towels. Not looking too bad. Sink's looking okay. Told you we've got dragons everywhere. Now. Yeah, another tiny one. So, short but sweet, that's the Dragon's Den. On to the next one. Let's take a look at Stable Cottage. So, first things first, let's have a look in the lounge. Yep, not looking bad at all. Sometimes you can come in here and there's bits everywhere, popcorn, you name it. But this is looking good. I wish I could say the same for the weather. Anyway, let's have a look at the first bathroom. And again, very good. Sink, nice and clean. Okay, this may be the first one to let the side down. We have some bits. That is so satisfying. Let's have a look at the first bedroom. Bed a bit messy. And again, that's going to get changed. Not looking too bad. How's the tractor looking? It's still there. Let's have a look at the ensuite, shall we? Yeah, I must admit today, people have left these places not too bad in the bathrooms. Bit of a letdown with some of the ovens though. Yeah, that's looking okay. And that's not looking too bad. Okay, onto the kitchen. Well, this is the kitchen. Dare I turn the lights on? It would help if I open the Velexes first. There. Now I can get a better idea. And well, that sink looks nice and clean. They've done the washing up. Worktop quite good. Hob again will need a bit of work. Dining table Yeah, not too bad. Although they have left me a coffee. Microwave. Yeah, that looks alright. Freezer. Nope, they haven't left us anything. Oven. This is the grill. Yeah, looking nice and clean. Put that straight. How does the oven look? Quite good. Put that back. And the fridge. Now, is there any booze? No! What's gone wrong this weekend? At least they've used some of the milk. One of the quirks of this being an old stable is the bedroom arrangement. In here we have a single bed and a fold-away bed. And the wall doesn't quite go up to the ceiling. Same in this double bedroom here. Again, no partition beyond this height. Something we are addressing hopefully later this year. We're going to do a big refurb in here and take the ceiling all the way up. So these two bedrooms will be completely compartmentalised, and then we'll put an extra velux up here. Yep, that's a horse. And it wouldn't be a stable without somewhere to hang your coat up. Anyway, all in all, this one, 7 out of 10. Well, you've seen what they look like after people have checked out. Let's have a look at the woolly wagon, which has been cleaned, so we can see what it's like before check-in. Oh dear, Sean's fallen over again. Stay. So let's have a look at the woolly wagon. Oh, I need to put a bin bag in there. This is our sheep-themed shepherd's hut. So this one has actually been cleaned. So let me take my shoes off and I can show you around. Ensuite shower room. Nice clean sink. Nice clean toilet. Turn some lights on so we can see. And sheep everywhere. We even have some out in the field, but I can't see them at the moment. We've got a small flock of 5 Hebridean sheep, which are the black Scottish sheep with horns. So this is what it looks like after it's been cleaned. I think I'll give myself 10 out of 10. Well, thanks for watching this little video, and we hope to see you on our farm soon. Bye for now.